to Cindy's Library. This is Cindy, and today I'm going to talk about what I have read for the first half of January. It has been an excellent reading month thus far. So let us start here. I started out rereading 84th Charing Cross Road by Helene Hanff. I read this, if it wasn't last year, it was at the very end of the year prior to that. These are actual letters exchanged by Helene Hanff, who was a writer living in New York, with a used bookshop in London at 84 Charing Cross Road. This correspondence went over 20 years, I want to say. And at first, it was mostly business. Helene wanted help finding books that she was having trouble anywhere, even in libraries. And over those 20 years, she developed friendships with many of the staff of the bookshop and people connected to them. So, perfect way to start a new year reading-wise. It's a very inspiring book about books. So, next, I read Cloud Cuckoo Land by Anthony Dorr. And apparently he is the author of All the Light We Cannot See, which now I'm going to have to read. So, this is an amazing book. I read it in 3 days, and you can see how it's not a small book here. Let's see, in the print version, 600 pages. So I will give a full individual book review to this. That will probably be the next video showing up, but short version is I was enthralled and quite enjoyed it. I can't stop thinking about it. So that takes care of the physical books that I read so far. Next, I read Make Your Bed by William H. Mcraven. Now this is expanded from a graduation speak that he gave to a university in Texas, if I remember correctly. Can't remember which one. But he has 5 or 10 pieces of advice for the graduating class, and he illustrates that with experiences from his own many decades long career in the Marines. And the first one of them is, if you want to change the world, make your bed. Why make your bed? Because it is relatively simple, but it is one thing that you can do to start off your day on the right foot. You can say, look, I successfully made my bed. And then, no matter what kind of day you have had or what the outcome was of anything that day, however successful or unsuccessful it was, you can still come back and say, I accomplished something. I made my bed. And very, very entertaining, and has some wise wisdom in it too, so definitely worth reading. And might be a good one to give to any graduates that you have in your life. Let's see, I also read The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe by C.S. Lewis, or I guess I should say reread it. Very, very enjoyable. It all starts when Peter, Susan, Edmund, and Lucy are sent from London to an old professor's house in the middle of the country to escape the Blitz in London during that period of World War II. While they are there, Lucy, the youngest, discovers a wardrobe through which she enters into the magical world of Narnia, where fauns and dwarves and talking animals live. But it's not all uh, rainbows and flowers. In fact, there probably aren't any growing flowers because it has been winter for 100 years, winter with no Christmas, thanks to the White Witch. And so Lucy and her sister and brothers, they have many adventures in Narnia, and of course, they set all right. Well, it isn't them so much, although they do help. It's really Aslan, who is an amazing character. So very, very fun. Always fun to reread. I also read Death Over the Garden Wall. This is the continuation of the case files of Henry Davenport. So Henry and Jamie, they are officially dating. Courting is the way Henry would put it. But they have been extremely busy, crazily so. Good thing that they're partners or they would never see each other. And there's yet another case. It turns out that a countess disappeared from a house party, and 2 weeks later, her body washes up on the shore, miles and miles away in another town. What happened? We don't know. It is true that the garden connected with the house literally is over the sea, and so it could have been an accident. Or maybe it wasn't an accident. Can't rule out suicide. If only there was a clue. But that is why the Queen is sending Jamie and Henry, because they are the best at figuring out things like that. So another fun book in the series, quite enjoyable. Oh, wonder how long the series is going to last. Basically as long as she wants at this rate. And then I also read The Pleasures of Reading in an Age of Distraction. Some of what I got out of this is that real readers, the ones who seem to always have a nose in their book and you can't drag them away from it, we are a minority. A lot of people enjoy reading. They don't necessarily enjoy reading that much. Also, while it is true there are new challenges to reading these days, and Alan Jacobs goes over some of those and what to do about them. There are also some new possibilities with the advent of Kindles and Nooks and e-texts and such that can help compensate for some of it. And he also points out that while some of the specific challenges may not be the same, readers in all ages have faced certain challenges, so we are in good company. So that is what I have read so far for January. Quite enjoyed everything I have been reading. Off to a good reading year. Hope you are too. I'd love to hear what you've been reading in January so far. And feel free to leave any comments you may happen to have. I always appreciate them. I truly appreciate you for stopping by. So until next time, I hope we all stay healthy and safe. And as always, happy reading.